Okay, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Good afternoon and welcome to Maryland Business Roundtable for Education's Picture Yourself at Morgan State University. I'm Laurie Bell. I'm the program coordinator for Dorchester County, and I'm joined by my coordinators around the state as we bring you this virtual experience. I'd also like to thank the members from MBRT for being with us today as well. We have a special guest with us today. His name is Rodney Horton Jr. He is a Peer Bear member. As a matter of fact, he is the leader of recruitment for the Peer Bears at Morgan State University, as well as being a junior social work major. Rodney, thank you for joining us today.
Hi, thank you for having me. As Mrs. Bell said, my name is Rodney Horton Jr. I am a junior social work major here at Morgan State University, and I am not only what we call a core team member with the Peer Bears, but I am also the lead for recruiting and administration. So I'm glad to be here with you all. Glad to see you all. And also the director for Peer Bears is here as well, Mr. Kennedy. So Mr. Kennedy, if you want to say something.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Walter Kennedy. I am the coordinator for Peer Bears here at Morgan State University. And we are so excited to be here with you today to share some information.
Mr. Kennedy, thank you so very much for joining us today. So without further ado, I'd like to remind everybody, if you can, to keep your microphones off during the presentation. However, feel free to unmute yourself to participate. You are also welcome to put your statements in the chat. In addition, as a pre-assignment, we asked our students to take a selfie or a picture with Morgan State's colors in the picture with them. Now, we've received a few, but we'd sure like to see if we could get a few more. So you are welcome to take a picture of yourself with Morgan State's colors. See if you can figure it out as our presentation goes on. And you can email it to your coordinator. You can drop it in the chat, or you can text it to the number that was put into the chat. So without further ado, Rodney, I'm going to turn it over to you for our wonderful virtual visit today.
Awesome. All right. So we're going to go over we're going to have a PowerPoint for you guys. We're going to play a quick Kahoot game. Spoiler alert, you guys can win some fun stuff depending on how you place. So I'm going to share with you guys our presentation. So let me see if I can get this right here. Can you guys see it?
We sure can.
Awesome. There it is. Okay. So first slide, picture yourself at Morgan State University. You would love to come to Morgan State University. So just a little outline for what we're doing. We have the intro. Now I says Ashley is supposed to be here. I don't know if Ashley is on. I have not heard from her. If she is, I'm sure she will make herself known. But we are going to do well, actually, I'm sorry. Nashay Proud is on. She is a senior at Morgan State University, and she is also part of recruiting. She was one of the mentors when I first joined, so she has always been a part of my Peer Bears journey and experience. So just wanted to shout her out a little bit. But we're going to do our icebreaker now. However, this is an icebreaker that Mr. Kennedy came up with. Mr. Kennedy, you know what I'm talking about, right? Would you like to do the icebreaker for us, please?
Sure. All right. So this is a thinking game, critical thinking, because we're all students, right? And educators. So you are going to Morgan State University. Listen what I'm saying. You are going to Morgan State University, and it's your first year. What are you going to bring with you, right? And I'll start out. I am a first-year student at Morgan State University, and the first thing that I'm bringing with me is money, because I'm going to need some money while I'm on campus. I see Alexa shaking her head like, I need some money too. So anyone can go next. Again, it's a icebreaker, and it's a critical thinking game. So listen to the riddle. It's a riddle. So I'm a first year student, and I'm going to Morgan State University. What are you bringing with you? I'm bringing money, so someone else can go next.
I'd like to give it a try. I'm a first-year student at Morgan State University, and I'm bringing oranges.
You can bring oranges, Miss Bell. Who wants to go next?
Jenna, you have your hand raised. You can go ahead.
Okay, so I'm a first-year student at Morgan State University, and I'm bringing my hair products.
You cannot bring your hair products.
You can't bring your hair products.
Really? You can't bring your hair products?
Nope.
Okay, what about...
You'll never be able to bring your hair products.
Not for this game. Not for this icebreaker.
Can I give it a try?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm a first-year student at Morgan State University, and I'm bringing my radio.
Yes. You can bring your radio.
So let's see, students, think about it. What can you take to Morgan State University if you're a first-year student? Oh, Paige, that's a nice try. And you know, if it were a normal day, you could bring your clothes.
But you can't.
But for this game, clothes is not the right answer.
You can't bring your clothes. Ashlyn has her hand raised.
Are animals allowed on campus?
Not right now.
Not right now. Dang it.
Not yet.
I was gonna say my cat, but I would probably bring a book bag.
I mean, there's a certain animal that you know.
I'm not bringing a bear to campus.
Maybe not a bear, but I don't know. Maybe something from Geico. There's an animal from there that might be acceptable.
A reptile.
Tashay said she's bringing games. Tashay, you can bring games.
Oh, well.
Oh, she can.
You can bring games. Whoever said gecko, you can bring your gecko too.
Yeah, Paige said that.
You cannot bring your phone.
Okay, wait, I get it. I'm a first-year student at Morgan State University, and I'm bringing apples.
You can bring apples.
You can bring apples.
You can bring apples. There it is. To make this a little easier, can you guys just unmute? Because trying to see who sent a message in first is a little confusing. So just unmute when you have something and we'll tell you if you're right or wrong. Okay, Noah, you're right. You don't have to bring anything. Noah said nothing. So yes, that works.
All right, I would like. Do you mind if I can give it a try?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I'm a first-year student at Morgan State, and I'm bringing a broom.
No, you can't bring a broom.
Oh, I thought you could. That sounds mighty ironic.
No, you can't bring a broom.
Can I try?
Yes.
Okay, I'm a first-year student at Morgan State University, and I'm bringing room decorations. Can you?
You cannot bring decorations.
Can I try again? I think I got it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm a first-year student at Morgan State University, and I'm bringing a guitar.
No, you can't.
No?
Bring it.
Okay.
Can't bring a guitar.
Wait, I have another question. Is there a list of things you can't bring to Morgan State?
No.
There's a whole bunch of stuff you can't bring with you for this game.
For the game, yes.
It's like everything that everyone names. I just pat it down.
Okay,
Jenna put
so
down staplers.
Jenna put stapler. Jenna, you can bring a stapler with you.
You can bring a stapler.
Can I try again?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, I'm a first-year student at Morgan State University, and I'm bringing myself.
No, you got to leave yourself at home.
Yep.
You can bring your brain, but you gotta leave yourself at home.
Leave yourself at home.
This game is confusing me so much.
Critical thinking.
All right, for those who just joined, I'm gonna say the riddle again. You are a first-year student at Morgan State University. What are you bringing with you? So we said money, oranges. I forgot what the R was. Who said the R?
Radio.
Radio.
It was.
Games, apples, nothing, and staplers. What else are you bringing to Morgan State with you?
I'm a first year student at Morgan State University, and I'm bringing my glasses. Can I bring those?
Nope.
You can't bring your glasses, but Ashlyn in the chat says she's bringing some tea. Good job. I like tea.
Bring tea.
All right. I'm a first year student at Morgan State, and I will bring trash.
You can bring some trash.
Someone said tea.
Oh no, you can't bring trash. I'm sorry.
Not yet.
No, can't bring trash. Nope, not yet.
For those of you that have been playing and guessing correctly, do you think you have the riddle figured out?
Yes.
Okay.
I have it all figured out.
Yeah.
Would somebody like to share what we're doing?
You're using the initials of every word to spell out Morgan State.
There it is.
Great job. Great job.
Yep.
Y'all smart.
I love
Who
this.
did that? Who said that? I'm sorry, I couldn't see.
I think
It
it
was
Angelo.
Angelo. That's my name.
Thank you, Angelo. That's wonderful. Congratulations. So that was a cute little icebreaker for us. So what do we have next?
So next we have some fast facts. So I will go over to it. Well, first, what makes Morgan great? And we'll get into that. But some fast facts. So these are some points to remember. All of these, or at least most of these, will come into play when we start playing our Kahoot game. And we also have a video for you guys. Some of the stuff in the video is also going to come into play in the Kahoot game. So you really have to pay attention because you want to win the Kahoot game. So this is just.
Do we want to give them a moment to memorize or write any of those things down?
I mean, I normally don't.
There you go then. I'm going with your lead on that one then.
All right. So, and the next thing is the video. So I am going to pull it up. Can you guys see it? No, you can't see it because I have to share. I have to share. I guess mine.
I see some of Y High on here too. I am an alum of Y High. I went to Y Comical High School in Salisbury.
Okay, you guys can see that. All right, and I will play the video. Let me know if you guys can't hear it.
We can't hear it, Rodney.
No sound.
There's still no sound?
No.
Okay. All right. I've never done it on here. Oh no.
When you just showed it, it looked like it was X'd out on the sound bar.
Well, I just turned it off just now because it was causing a. You guys still can't hear it?
No. Do you have the video on a separate tab?
It's not in a tab, but you know what? I can put it in a tab if you would give me just 2 seconds.
If you put it in a tab, the one that says share, you share that tab, you will get the sound.
Okay. All right. I didn't want to do that because I wanted to. Okay. All right. Well, give me just 2 seconds.
Every format has its own little quirk.
Yeah, I'm used to doing this on what's it called, on Zoom. So I was not ready for this.
Some of my students have a really hard time with Zoom because it's blocked on some of their devices. That's why we asked to do this one.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, while I'm looking for this,
I appreciate everybody's flexibility and patience.
okay. Let me see if I can get it in on Chrome. Okay, so I just added it to my drive. It should be able to play from there. Let me see. I hope it does. Oh no, it has to process the video. I do not know where to go from here.
Hold on one second.
Okay, all right, it's up. All right,
It's up?
Yep. All right, so I'm going to try this one more time. Drive. Here it is. Share. Okay.
Howard P. Rawlings Residence and Dining Hall. This is the male dorm, but also where all students can eat.
Hello, ladies. This is Rock Towers. This is where you will be staying for your freshman year. And we also have other dorms available throughout campus there.
A lot of resources can be found in the Student Center. Most social events occur in either the theater or the ballrooms. Another location you can get food is the canteen, which has a Chick-fil-A and Auntie Anne's.
This is the public school gym.
There are many books here, and there are many things to do. You can study, you can hang out with friends, but most importantly, you can keep quiet.
This is Calvin and Tina Tyler Hall, the new student service building. Here, you can find financial aid, admissions, and many more things that are going to be impactful to your student experience at Morgan, especially if you live on campus. Across from the library, you have Cummings Hall, a female residence dorm.
Behind Cummings is the Student Health Center in Baldwin, another female residence dorm. This is the academic quad where most classes occur.
This is the science building. Depending on your major, you will meet here.
If you're a communications or journalism major, this will be your home away from your dorm. And if you're an engineering major, this will also be your third home, while also having access to another library.
This is the architecture building, where most studio and architecture classes occur, while also being a home to some engineering majors.
The video was complete.
It was very nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Very cold day recording all of that. So we are going to go on now to the Kahoot. I believe the Kahoot is next. I'm going to make sure.
It is.
Yeah, the Kahoot is next. Thank you. I had to go back to our itinerary. All right, so we're going to go back to the Kahoot, and I'm going to share that. So we're going to share a tab.
As you signed into Kahoot today, everybody, please use your first name, last initial. There will be prizes for the top scorers, so please use your correct name.
It didn't. Okay.
To your left, it says play.
Yeah, I already clicked that. You guys weren't there. Hold on. I'm going to X out of this and try it again. a tab. So whichever one pops up should be the right one then.
There it is.
All right.
Thank you, Paige and Courtney. This is going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah. Be sure to try your best. You have already gotten a lot of the answers. You've gotten more answers than I normally give. So if you guys were paying attention, this should be fairly easy for the most part. You have about 10 seconds for each question. Some questions are worth double points. And for those questions, you may or may not have extra time. It just depends on the question. As Mrs. Bell said, there are prizes for this. And after certain questions, not all of them, but most of them, you will get a little bit of background information as to why the answer is that answer. Some of them are self-explanatory, but others, you know, you need the background information. So I do wish all of you guys luck. We have 22 in right now, but there are 45 of us on here. I don't know how many of that is students, though.
I think we can wait just another moment.
See, Mr. Kennedy, you know all the answers. So if you come in first place, there's going to be an issue.
Hold on. If he can play, that means I can play too, right? I mean, I ain't gonna say no.
I hear you, Nishay. I hear you.
I know all these answers. I promise you, I do.
This is going to be so much fun. Students, don't worry. They're not eligible for prizes. We'll figure out who's getting prizes.
Is there anybody that has not been able to get in that wants to be in? If so, just unmute and give us a holler.
Can you let my sister go in?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Can you let my sister in?
You're both in or you can't get in?
My sister can't get in.
Is she on a different device?
Yeah.
Did she go to kahoot.it?
No, like in for the chat.
Into the meeting.
To the meeting.
Let me take a look. It doesn't say anybody is waiting. Can you ask her to try again?
Yeah, okay.
Crazy Smart has her hand. Oh, never mind. Can you see the hands up, Lori? Under people?
Can I see them?
Mm-hmm.
I just found where I can see them all. But no, I can't see every person on here because the screen is up.
No, I'm just saying that there's folks that have their hands up in the people.
The chat, yeah. Ashlyn, is there something I can do?
I'm fine. I was just messing with something.
Okay, Wendell. Courtney?
Yes. I was gonna make a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Since originally, hold on, let me turn my camera on. Originally I joined the link that was already in the Google Meet, and it was the wrong meeting. So maybe she joined the wrong meeting.
Yeah, there's two links. So if the first one didn't work, I was just trying the second one.
So was that? Did we get our other person in?
Can you send me the link in the chat to them that I can send to her?
Sure, I'll work on that right now.
All right, so are we going to wait to start the Kahoot, or or do you want to get
It'll
started?
only take me 1 second.
Got it.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for your patience. Are we having success? I know I'm asking for it to happen quickly. Who is saying they're going to lose so bad? Angela, weren't you the one that figured out the right answer to the riddle?
Well, yes, it didn't require much intellect.
This isn't going to require too much intellect. It's going to require that you paid attention.
That's for sure.
Also, the amount of people that we have that never figure it out until we tell them, that means then that you figured it out on your own.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think you were, I'm sorry, go ahead, Angelo.
Oh, that was me.
Oh, okay. Do we think we're ready?
Okay.
Anybody need us to wait?
All right.
There we go.
Excitement.
So the correct answer to this question, and I'm going to turn the sound on, see if you guys can hear it. So the correct answer to this question is the minimum GPA to get into Morgan State University is a 2.0. So it doesn't need to be too high. So, you know, don't worry about that. It's not 3.0, it's not 2.5, not 2.7. So just worry about doing the best that you can do to finish out high school. And if you do need help, make sure that you, you know, just ask for that help. But the minimum GPA is a 2.0, and that's great. It's great that you have a 4.6. So, you know, don't worry about anything. However, I can't get into it right now, but there is a way to get into Morgan if your GPA is not that great. And we'll talk about that later because I can't give you the answer now. So right now, Paige is ahead, and we're going to go on to the next question. So the GPA needed for an honor scholarship is a 3.3 or a 3.4. Now, since all of you guys are in state, it is going to be a 3.3. Now, that 3.3 is for a full honor scholarship, which means that you would have $1,000 for books each semester. You would be staying in the honors dorms. You would be in the honors college, obviously. And all of that stuff comes with honors college. So you just need a 3.3. However, you can get a 3.0 and still get an honor scholarship and still be in honors college. Now, if you meet the 3.3 criteria and you don't, however, get a scholarship or you're not in honors college, you may always challenge that decision. What that means is, and this is something I'm speaking from personal experience, what I did was I was very persistent and just went to the honors college office every day and told them that I deserved a scholarship. That went on for about 3 weeks, and then they finally gave me a scholarship. So it sounds very daunting and hard, but it pays off in the end because now I get a refund check. Oops, shouldn't have said that. Oh no, Paige, you got ousted. Okay. All right. So most of you guys picked a right answer. So $9,500 is how much you're going to pay to stay on campus. And and you'll see the price breakdown later, but what that encompasses is simply a 14 meal plan that's going to cover your room and board, your tuition, your fees, and this price would include health insurance, which can be deferred. Now, the $4,500 is if you stay at home. So that's just going to cover your tuition and your fees. Now, the great thing about staying at home is that that $4,500 is roughly a flat rate so long that you are a full-time student. And a full-time student just means you're taking 12 credits. So that's all I have to say. And these are all in-state costs. All right. Are you guys ready to go to the next one? Okay. Okay, so looks like, yeah, less than half of you answered May 5th. But yes, May 5th is the final date to confirm fall enrollment. Now, what that means is you have until May 5th to let Morgan know that you are indeed coming. Every school has the same thing. Every school is different, but generally the fall enrollment confirmation is in May. I also saw that some people said they weren't able to answer. I'm sorry.
It's not a perfect system. Sometimes it's an internet thing. It's not perfect.
Yeah, I apologize.
That's all we can do.
All right, we're going to move on to the next one. Oh no, Paige, you got knocked off the board. Well,
that's because it wouldn't let her answer. Anything can happen now. Double points.
Oh, you guys get 10 seconds for this one too. Guess properly. $150. So 12 people were paying attention. Look at that. So yes, so the final date to confirm fall enrollment, as I said, is May 5th. It is confirmed by a deposit. That deposit is $150. Why? I don't know. That's just how life is. Oh, wow. The scoreboard stayed exactly the same. Oh, this one is double points too. Maybe I should have gave more time for this one. But FAFSA does stand for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. If you are a senior, you should have filed months ago. However, you do have until June to file. So if you haven't filed, that's fine. I didn't file until after March 1st. But if you do need to file, especially if you are a senior, then you need to go ahead and do that now. Make sure your parents have already done it's 2021, make sure they've already done their 2020 tax returns, and make sure to help them out. You complete all of your information first. And going on to the next one. All right, so I'm going to assume we don't have too many seniors on here from this one, but you need 2 letters of recommendation. these 2 letters of recommendation, one is going to come from a counselor and one is going to come from a teacher. And these are going to be a part of your full application package. So whenever you guys do decide to apply, make sure you already have that teacher and that counselor that you know are going to make the best representation of you to Morgan State University. Yeah, you need to follow the FAFSA. Noah rocking first place for the last few. And we're going to go on to the next one now. Oh my, this is double points too. I spelled Frederick wrong. Look at that. I didn't give you guys this answer, but those of you who selected Clara I. Adams, you're awesome. You deserve a scholarship. But yes, Clara I. Adams is the name of the honors college. We already went over some of the honors college scholarship stuff. Can we get that in writing? What are we getting in writing now? Oh, I'm still confused.
That you said they deserve a scholarship for getting it right.
Oh. Can we get it in writing? I understand. Yes. I will try to help as many of you as I can. You know, so after this, you guys will have access to my contact information. Should you need anything, you will be able to reach out to me. All right, so the next one. Everybody wins. So November 15th is the fall application date that you want to target. If you apply by November 15th with a full application package, which encompasses many different things that I would forget so many of them, but you need to make sure that whatever it says that you need to have, you send it in before November 15th. So probably not November 14th, probably not November 13th, probably like a week in advance if you can. That's just general advice. But if you apply by November 15th, you have the highest consideration for scholarships. If you apply in January or February, you still will be considered for scholarships, but most of the scholarships go away to the November 15th applicants. So please be sure of that, because your application date combined with your grades is going to determine what aid you get. Yes. All right, and on to the next one. Morgan is located in Baltimore City. There's not much to explain after that. Oh, Jessica is on a hot streak. There are 6 on-campus residence halls. I knew this one was going to get you guys just a little bit, but yes, there are 6. You have, let me try and name them all. Rawlings, Blount, Baldwin, and Cummings. Those were, so I know we named 4 in our video. So most of you guys should have answered 4. If you didn't know, at the very least, you knew there was 4. But then the last 2 are O'Connell Hall and Harper Tubman. So Harper Tubman is that honors college dorm, and then you have Baldwin and Cummings that are all female dorms, and then Blount is as well. And then you have Rawlings and O'Connell, which are for males. Oh, wow. You guys should get this one easy. If you don't, we might have to end this game. But okay, I'm glad most of you guys got the right answer. Mr. Kennedy and I actually gave it away. I'm wearing orange. He's wearing blue. But yes, orange and blue. I did not think this all the way through, actually.
I was gonna say, like, you really gave me the answer.
I didn't think that went all the way.
Who said husky? I want to know now. Who said husky? We gave y'all the answer.
I did not think this one all the way through when I put the picture on there. Okay, yes. Bear. That is the mascot for Morgan State. Funny fact, though, if anyone has ever played, it's a football game that came out on PlayStation 2 called, I believe it was NCAA, it might have been 11. So in NCAA 11, Morgan is one of the however many college teams in the game. And the announcer, when Morgan plays, calls Morgan the Honey Bears. So that's a piece of useless information because you wouldn't have known that unless you played the game. All right, only a few more to go.
They have a 50-50 chance on this one.
Yeah, let's hope it's actually. There it is. You guys got it. I don't know if I actually told you guys it was a public university, but most people don't get this one, especially because I don't give these two as answers. But yes, Morgan is a public university in Baltimore, Maryland. I gave you guys the answer here if you can do quick maths. $15 is the right answer. So it's 120 credits to graduate. I don't know about other schools, but Morgan, it's 120 credits to graduate. You have 2 semesters, which is what the math equation was on there. You have 2 semesters. Those semesters are going to total 30 credits for the year. You divide that by 2 because 2 semesters, 15 credits. So that's how many you want to take. You can take more, but you definitely don't want to take less. However, that 12 number, as I said, is if it's for you to remain a full-time student, which you do need to keep track of because it does come into play with certain scholarships, aids, and even how you pay as well. If you're not a full-time student, you could end up paying more or less. Might be less. It depends to go to school. It just, it depends. Oh, this is one of the double ones. If you were offered more than 1 full scholarship from Morgan, how many can you accept? The number is less than 5. Oh, well, all the numbers on here are less than 5. Let's hope you get it. Oh, I gave you guys like 20 seconds for this one. Look at that. I was generous. All those answers made my stomach hurt. So you may only accept 1 full scholarship from Morgan State University. So this is how it works. So imagine you're a basketball player, but you also, like whomever, I think it was Angelo said, you have a 4.6 GPA. You might get an offer to play basketball, and you also might get an offer to be a part of honors college. You cannot tell both offices that you are going to accept their full scholarship because, well, I don't know if this is an actual reason, but you wouldn't want to do that anyway because both parties have crazy different stipulations. For basketball, you might have to wake up at 3 a.m. to go practice and stuff, and you have to maintain a certain weight. For honors college, you just got to maintain your grades. So always make a educated decision on which scholarship you are going to take. I don't know if the bonus question tied to this one is next, so I will, if it is, I'll continue explaining that later. If not, then I'll just, yeah, So remember that. Paige, you're back up there. Hello, darkness, my old friend. After receiving your full application, when does Morgan begin considering you for scholarships? Automatically, 2 days, 7 days, or 14 days? Yes. Bingo. Oh, no. I thought more people answered red. It's okay. So, yes, Morgan begins considering you automatically for scholarships once you turn in. And again, I've been stressing this, your full application. You need to have a full completed application. And can anyone tell me what is the target date to turn in your application?
November.
Can one person say that? Because it sounded like different months y'all gave me.
In the chat, they said November 15th.
Yes, November 15th is the right date. So full application by November 15th, and you will be considered automatically for scholarships as long as they have everything. All right. On to the next one. 2 more left. What building is this? Yeah, you guys know this one. It is the Fine Arts Building, the Murphy Fine Arts Building. So in the Murphy Fine Arts Building, the band practices out of there. Does anyone know the nickname for Morgan's band? It's okay if you don't. It doesn't matter. See, Mr. Kennedy, you weren't supposed to answer. The Magnificent Marching Machine. So the band is in there. Choir plays out of there. Choir travels all around the world. They sang for President Obama. I don't think they've sang for anyone else, but they do travel all around the world. And then there was like a little mini museum in there too. It's very nice. So if you do have a chance, if you do get to come to campus and you do have a chance to go in there, do take it all in. It's really nice. It does give off the feeling of a kind of a museum or like a ballroom or something. And the last one. This is another building one. Sky is blue. Okay, did anyone catch on to my sky is blue hint? I hope you did. Okay, I didn't get any answers. Oh, well. So yes, that was the University Student Center. So, and we, in the video, if you guys heard, we explained some of what is in the Student Center, as in, the canteen, Auntie Anne's, Chick-fil-A. There's numerous ballrooms in there. There's like a little candy shop, bookstore. There's a theater in there. So there's a bunch of different things. Oh, game room. A lot of the Office of Student Life and Development, which basically runs, or I would say manages, all of the clubs and organizations, is in there. The Student Government Association is there as well. So a lot of things in the Student Center. Let's see who won. Ashlyn came in third. Noah came in second. Christ Love or Crystal, I don't know. And
Christ Love.
Christ Love. Okay.
Wacomico County High School, stand up.
So those were our, where's the podium again? Okay. So I don't need to go through all of this again.
No, that's okay. Let us get the names.
Yeah, I just want to get the names. Hopefully they don't. So Ashlyn, Noah, and Christ Love. So those were our top three. And then Paige and Jessica were 4 and 5. So Christ, Ashlyn, Noah, Paige was in 4th, and Jessica was in 5th, right?
Paige in 4th and Jessica in 5th.
Yep. Okay.
Got it.
39% correct. Well, it's okay. You guys tried your hardest. I do appreciate you all for playing this game. I do hope you guys had fun. We do have a little bit more left, so I'm going to go through it. But as of right now, how are you guys feeling? Good. All right. That's all right. Don't beat yourself up too hard. So the next thing we're going to do is go through our PowerPoint, and the PowerPoint's only a few slides. So let me get you guys into that. Maybe another 10 minutes or so, maybe less, and you guys will be out of here. These are the facts. All right, so I like splitting the PowerPoint up into 4 different main topics, as in, and the first one is going to be, can I expect to be admitted? So we already talked about this. 2.0. It is inspiration. Oh, I'm sorry. I read that out loud. I read out loud, but Angela was nice. So can I expect to be admitted? The minimum GPA to be accepted is a 2.0. Now, I do remember when we were going over the Kahoot that I mentioned something about a way to still get into Morgan if your GPA it still isn't that high. So we have what's called the CASA program, which is a summer bridge program where if you don't really have the best either score or GPA, you can go through that summer bridge program and you'll take a number of classes. As long as you pass all of those classes, at the end of the program, you'll receive full admittance into Morgan State University. And it is called the CASA program. So it's a 1-month program. I will also say it's not like being in college. It's kind of like chaperone college. You have a curfew and all of that. So it's not too much fun. Like your job is to be there to get your stuff done. But yeah, that's it. So the next one is, how do I pay as little as possible? And I know you guys want to really want to talk about this a little bit. So I do have a breakdown here for you guys of what you can expect to pay and what are the 2 easiest deductions that you are going to have on your bill. So if we look at can you see my mouse? Yeah, you can. So if you look right here, it's $94.73, which I rounded up to $9,500. But that's, again, because of this health insurance. You can knock that down to $90.61 when if you are living on campus. Another way to knock that down is to alter your meals from 14 to 10. That will bring you down into about $8,700, something like that. However, you still, especially if your grades are great, you know, there's still a number of scholarships, but also I don't know what grade you guys are in. However, that summer between your junior year and senior year, and then that summer between your senior year and your freshman year of college, those summers are the most important summers you are going to have in terms of applying for scholarships. So if you want to get those scholarships, there are a few things you need to do. You need to apply with your full application to go to Morgan by November 15th. The summer before, you need to be filling out all kinds of scholarships. Many scholarships have what's called a deferment. So you can defer the scholarship up to X amount of time. So that way you will basically just means you'll hold it until you're ready to go to college with some limitations. It's not just going to let you just keep on holding the money. But, you know, 2 years or 1 year or 3 years is generally that's generally what you want to look at. And then that summer, again, before you get into college, you really want to make sure you apply for scholarships. You want to make sure yes, the Thurgood Marshall College Fund is a great resource. You want to make sure that I lost my train of thought because I read that thing. But you want to make sure that you fill out your FAFSA, because even if you don't use that loan money, you could end up getting grants. And you know, if you guys don't know, grants is just money you don't have to pay back. It's money that's just given to you. And also another thing I want to mention is when you first come into college, you are prime for people just giving you money. Organizations love to give money away to first-time freshmen of any type of institution. So first year for undergrad, first year for graduate school, you really want to make sure you are out there searching. I made the mistake by wanting to do whatever, you know, the summer before my senior year, and even the summer of my before my freshman year. I didn't want to do anything, and I blamed it on having surgery on my foot. But that doesn't mean anything. So those are a few things you can take advantage of. Now, moving down to the bottom, you see the 4416 and the 4004. Those numbers are a little more desirable. They're not going to, unless you have a car, they're not going to be the most feasible for a freshman or a sophomore. However, the first number you see here is 4416. The second number you see is 4004. And again, this is the with insurance and without insurance. You are allowed to use grants and scholarships. Any type of aid you are allowed to use. And I'll tell you guys some fun information once I get through the rest of this chart here. So it's 4416 or 4004, whatever have you. If you stay at home, this is all it's going to be, and you can commute to campus. Now, this is the fun information. So let's say you have a honor scholarship. Now, if you have a full honor scholarship, I'm pretty sure you have to stay on campus. But if you just have any old type of scholarship, basically what will happen is, let's say you have the honor scholarship and you're getting, let's say, $5,000. That's not actually what it is, but let's say you get $5,000 and you're paying for Morgan without the insurance and it's 4004. What's going to happen is you're going to get $996 back as a refund, which is what I get for staying. That's not what I get for staying at home, but I get roughly half of that because I chose to stay at home. And the refund check does come in handy because even though it comes about 2 weeks into the semester, it can help you with books. There are also other ways to pay for schooling as well. You can become an RA. Now, only thing you need to do to be an RA is complete your freshman year. However, being an RA at Morgan is not that easy of a process. And what I mean by that is there is a lot that goes into being an RA. You have to work very, very well in customer service spaces, and they will pick you apart for not, yes, being RA is a lot of work. I was never a RA, but I did do the RA training. And when I tell you, I was stressed out after 1 week of the training because we had to wake up at like 7. We had to be to the theater, which is where we were getting our training at about 8. And we had about maybe an hour break for lunch or to do whatever. But for the most part, it was just 8 a.m. till about 5 p.m. of straight work. And then we had a break for dinner. And then it was 7 until whenever. And when I say whenever, I mean whenever of RA work. And that could include cleaning up residence halls, setting up your programs, making sure that certain things work. There's so much that goes into being an RA. But if you do become an RA, it's a way to pay for college. They'll cover your room and board. What they don't tell you, however, is you need to have the money first, and then they'll refund you or reimburse you. So that is a hard barrier to entry. But it is, again, another way to pay for college. So that's one thing. And there are plenty of other campus experiences and just many different things that you can do. So if you are worried about the numbers, remember, apply by November 15th. You have your the summer before your senior year and the summer before your freshman year to apply for scholarships as well. And then on top of that, there are still plenty of other things once you get on campus that can bring in money. And another bit of information. If you do live on campus, even if you don't live on campus, finding a campus job is probably going to be one of the better ways to get some money for yourself. because a lot of campus jobs are very accommodating for knowing that you're a student. I know someone, she worked in the student center, and yes, she had a job, but you know, her supervisor let her know that they know that she's a student, so this is a way for her to get paid and to, you know, still make money. Still study. I apologize. However, let's not go around sharing those bits of information. Let's not tell people we're there to do our schoolwork and get free money, because we don't do that. So I covered a lot of stuff that I can think of for scholarships. I covered a lot of stuff that I have written down here. If there are any other questions, again, you guys will have not only links to Morgan's website, you will have my email, and you will have my phone number, not my actual phone number, actually, because I don't give out my phone number, but you will have a way to contact me if you need to. And I will try my best to answer any of your questions. I will try my best to work with you. Not many students take me up on that. Only some do, but I am very helpful. So we talked about scholarships already. We went over a lot of these. Some of these on this side are for science majors, scholarships for science majors, and different funds that you can look into. Every major has their own different things. But the thing is with scholarships, you need to look for them. Oh no, I accidentally went back. What happened? There it is. You need to look for them. So you can't just think, oh, a scholarship is going to fall in my lap. It doesn't happen like that. It only sometimes happens like that. But these are the two honor scholarships that I spoke about over here. The Jenkins Scholarship, which you need that 3.3 for. It gives you $1,000 for books. Now, I have heard that they aren't really requiring students for a SAT right now. That might change and probably is going to change within the next year or so. So if you are not a senior, you, yeah, let's not get excited about not taking a SAT. And then the Harriet Tubman Honors Associate Award is just a 3.0 and a 1080 on your SAT. So funny story, I had the GPA, I didn't have the SAT score, so whatever. There's a bunch of other different things that to go around you have. And then the next thing is just subsidized and unsubsidized loans. So I want you guys to understand the difference between these, and you can always Google it. But for a subsidized loan, the interest is paid by the education department while you are enrolled at least half time in college. Unsubsidized is interest begins accruing as soon as the loan is dispersed, including while students are enrolled in school. Now, you're going to want to know that, so that way, without checking, you should be able to know offhand about how much money you're going to owe and actively work towards, you know, getting that money back, because you're going to need to pay it. However, if you do go to Morgan and you have scholarships and you're paying some money from loans, you're not going to have crazy debt. Going into my senior year, by the time I leave my senior year, well, because I'm not going to need loans anymore, I'm only going to have $12,000 in debt, which sounds like a lot, but it's not too much compared to people that tell you they have like $400,000 in debt. That's a lot. You don't want that. So next is, what will my life look like? And now we're getting into kind of like the latter end of the PowerPoint. There's only like 2 more slides in terms of information that I need to give you. So there are plenty of activities and clubs on campus, and everything is better on campus. Basically, you want to live on campus. Colleges in general are built so that way you want to stay on campus. That's also how they steal your money. So you want to live on campus. There are not only are there numerous clubs that you can join that are on campus. For example, I was in lacrosse club. So I like playing football, always like playing football. But I got a concussion and my parents didn't really want me playing anymore. Obviously wasn't playing for Morgan, but I wanted to learn how to play lacrosse because it's a game where you get to run around and it's physical contact and stuff. So I like that stuff. So I started playing lacrosse and I realized that I actually wasn't half bad. So I joined the lacrosse team. And I don't think we didn't win, but I had fun. I didn't care that we lost. Everyone else cared. I couldn't care less. I got to run around for a whole hour and run into people. But yeah, there's clubs like that. You can also make your own clubs. So you just need a faculty advisor and someone who will be your faculty advisor. And I think like 3 or 4 people besides yourself that also want to join. And then there's, you know, grocery stores around campus, and they also have shuttles to and from the Target in Towson, which is only about 15 minutes away if you guys don't know. And they'll help you guys out with that, just so, especially for those people who don't live in Maryland or don't have a car or whatever. So campus life is what you want. And I feel like I'm missing a slide. If I am, we'll figure it out. But the last thing apparently is Peer Bears. So bringing enrichment and bringing success. That's what the BEARS stands for. It is a first-year peer mentoring program. It is to help first-year students achieve success and retention. You'll be matched with a great mentor like Nashay that will help your success, and a core team member like myself that will also check on you occasionally, and a great coordinator like Mr. Kennedy that will all be there for you. So you really do want to join Peer Bears. And just a little bit of information. So our two biggest things are retention and success, as I said on there. So two biggest things. As far as success goes, we're talking in terms of GPAs. As far as GPA, when you compare a peer mentor, a peer mentee, a Peer Bear mentee, and just a freshman that's not in the Peer Bears mentoring program, on average, the Peer Bears mentees have a higher GPA than that of the freshmen at Morgan State University. I don't have those exact numbers. However, if you need them, I can find them. But it is higher, and Peer Bears has been around now for 4 years. Well, almost 4 years. We started in 2018, actually. So 3 years, but almost 4 years. And every year we have beaten the university in terms of GPAs and retention as well. So the retention rates for the freshmen in Peer Bears is high 80s, maybe low 90s. And the retention rate for those who are not in Peer Bears is in the 70s, maybe low 80s. And for those of you who don't know what retention is, it just means that after you complete your freshman year, or any year for that matter, how many students stay. Those who are part of the Peer Bears program stay. So that's all. And now, are there any questions, comments, concerns? There is a survey. There is a QR code. There are a lot of questions, I think. Any advice for students who have applied to Morgan? Hold on. Does Morgan have full ride scholarships? Yes. So I talked about that earlier. So a full scholarship is like what the Honors College gives, or like with, let's say you have a sports scholarship, but also a full scholarship could just be that okay, to answer your question, yes, Morgan offers full scholarships. However, if you don't get one from Morgan, you can always get a scholarship that is the equivalent of a full scholarship from Morgan from somewhere else. So let's say you get a $10,000 scholarship that renews every single year. You basically just got a full ride to go to Morgan. You don't have to worry about anything. And on top of that, you'll probably get a refund check, depending on if you canceled your health insurance or not, for about $1,000. So it's a pretty sweet deal. The next is, any advice for students who have applied to Morgan but have not received a decision as of yet. So I have spoken with a partner that we have with admissions, and she let us know that for those who, there was there was something wrong with the system, with Morgan's system. However, anyone who has applied by November 15th, their decisions are coming out on a weekly basis. The admissions office is rolling out those acceptance, or I should say decision letters, on a weekly basis. So if you haven't got yours yet, and you did apply a while ago, you need to email admissions or call admissions. Your best bet is to email admissions. If you call, especially because of COVID, you probably aren't going to get what you want to get. Now, Mrs. Bell, did I give you the admissions information? I don't think I did. You're muted, but I'm pretty sure you said I didn't.
Yep. I didn't get it, but we can always get that to the students. If you email me, we can get it to them.
Yep. So I will make sure you guys have that information for admission, so you can go off and send your emails. A big part of college is advocating for yourself. You are going to have people like me who are going to be there to help you, but you have to put on your big person pants So any nursing programs, yes, there is a nursing program, and Morgan's nursing program is one of the top nursing programs. So it is a very, very great nursing program. I was not able to get a nursing major to come on and speak with you guys. However, there are a number of nursing majors that are in the Peer Bears program. And what I will do for you all is reach out to some of them, or reach out to any nursing major that I can find, and see if I can get their email sent to you guys, so you can ask any questions. I do not believe there is a dentistry program. Mr. Kennedy, you can correct me if I'm wrong, or Nashay as well. I don't believe there's a dentistry program. However, there are people who want to be dentists at Morgan, and there is a.
We do have a dental chapter on campus, but we don't have a dentistry program yet as of yet. But there is a club that we have on campus.
Yes.
Yeah, most people that want to do dentistry tend to be biology majors. For I think the pre-med, I don't know if there's a dentistry track for biology, but most people that I do meet that want to enter into dentistry are in SCMS under the biology umbrella. And also, just to answer the question about culinary programs, we don't have one, but we do have a nutritional sciences major underneath the School of Community Health and Policy.
So to tack on, if you guys are looking to go to med school, because you mentioned this, that I think that says Denasia asked about a dentistry program. So what a lot of people, not everyone, but what some people would suggest is, instead of taking a biology major, a chemistry major, or whatever, to take something that people consider a quote unquote easy major. And all you have to do to get into med school is complete the proper classes. You don't, and also med schools like people who are a little bit more well-rounded, that, didn't just go along a biology or chemistry class. So it's all about making yourself a better applicant. There are a little more questions. We answered the culinary question. So, Miss Bell, did you want to say something?
Well, a lot of them are asking for very specific information.
Yeah.
So along with the admissions link, could we send a link to what all the majors are, and then they can go and look and see if they have the major that they're looking for? We could send them both links.
Yes. It would be a lot of majors to send if I'm sending links for the majors. What I will, you were saying something?
Shouldn't there be a link that just takes you to where the majors are?
You just search the major you're looking for, and then links will pop up, and you'll just Yep. Okay, so anyone?
So we can make sure that they get that information. I apologize for stepping over your words there.
That's all right. Paige, for your question, I would suggest Googling what classes you need to get into med school, because again, you don't need to have a bio or a chem major, but you do need to take the required courses, which is different from having a biology major. Okay, so
ladies, I'm sorry, Rodney. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a survey that if you complete for us, we will also put your name in for a drawing. Somebody asked earlier what the prizes were. We're giving away a photo printer so that you could take your photos from your phone and send them right to your photo printer and print the actual picture. So by doing the survey, you will also be entered into that drawing as well. There's a QR code, and the link was in the chat, and maybe we can get that link in the chat one more time.
Yep.
Is there one more slide, or was that our last slide?
I think there is.
Yes.
I don't know what this one is, but
I'll be happy to explain it. And as a part of Next Generation Scholars and MBRT, we have a wonderful app that helps you prepare for college. It helps you prepare for careers. So we're asking you to go ahead and download it from your App Store or Google Play. It will help you figure out what you want to be when you grow up. It will help you figure out what courses you might need to take in high school to get to where you want to go. It will help you explore different colleges, different careers. It's definitely worth having. So go ahead to your App Store, Google Play, and go ahead and get that app on your phone and start using it today. There's even little games in it to play. And do we have any more slides?
Let's see.
I thought that was our last one.
Yeah, that's it. So this is, you know, if you guys do want to reach out to Peer Bears for Peer Bear specific information, this is the email. I may or may not have sent it to Mrs. Bell, but if I didn't, I guess you'll let me know and I can get that to you guys if you want it. And then our Instagram. Now, our Instagram, you know, has a lot of different things. And I will say that my team and I are going to be recording some very nice little gems for all of you high school students that should need a little bit more information. So stay tuned on that. If you do want to follow us, we will have a lot of that stuff out in July, a lot of College 101 stuff. But that is our last slide. And unless someone else has anything, Mrs. Bell, that is all I have.
I can't begin to thank you enough for such a wonderful virtual visit. I'd like to thank Rodney Horton Jr. for being with us today. And I'd like to also thank Nashay Prout and Mr. Kennedy for being with us today. To all of my fellow coordinators, thank you for all of your support while we were planning this event. To our members of MBRT, thank you for supporting our program as always. And for everybody here at MBRT and Next Generation Scholars, I'm Laurie Bell. Thank you for joining us today.